Hey youths, welcome to Tuesday. We're back for another devotional today. And after a decent weekend, I think we had a good Friday night. Sounds like some of you guys had pretty decent conversations in your small group time. We're going to be back for more of that this week. But today, let's just crack into the next chapter of Ecclesiastes. We're into chapter 5 today. Hopefully you guys are actually enjoying this. I know there's a lot of repetition, or at least it can feel like repetition in this book, but the whole idea is to keep on pointing us towards God and pointing us towards what actual wisdom is, because I hope that all of you guys, as super smart as you are, continue to grow and get wiser in God as time goes on. So check this out. This is chapter 5, and it starts with these opening passages about the idea of fearing God. It says this in verse 1. Guard your steps when you go to the house of God. To draw near, to listen is better than to offer the sacrifice of fools, for they do not know that they are doing evil. Be not rash with your mouth, nor let your heart be hasty to utter a word before God. And that kind of echoes this cool passage that we find over in the book of James. Know this, my beloved brothers, let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. What we say can get us into trouble, especially when it comes to God, because we'll say things and we won't necessarily mean them or think them through. And God should be the first person that we want to honor. So we want to be careful with what we say with our mouth, not just to not say the wrong things, but also to make sure that we're saying the right things. It goes on to talk a little bit about what we promise to God. We should make sure that we actually fulfill. So that's another thing with our mouth. The Bible says that the tongue is a restless evil. So it can be evil to say, God, I'm going to do this. I'm praying to you. God, if you do this, I'll do this. Well, maybe just stick to your word. So maybe it's even better to not have said something in the first place, but to just honor God first and foremost. Then it kind of keeps on digging in. It goes to talk about this idea of wealth and honor and all of that being kind of pointless. Like, if you guys haven't got this message yet, meaningless, everything is meaningless. He says that over and over again, this Colette, the teacher. All this stuff, like, what are you guys living for? Are you living for, like, your future? Hopefully you're going to get rich and powerful. Who knows? I don't know what you guys want. But he's saying that ultimately is not a great thing. And he goes back and ends the chapter in this repeating phrase that we see all through the book. Behold, I have seen what is good and fitting is to eat and drink and find enjoyment in all the toil with which one toils under the sun. The few days of his life that God has given him, for this is his lot. Everyone also to whom God has given wealth and possessions and power to enjoy them and to accept his lot and to rejoice in his toil. This is a gift of God. And this is a really key verse that I love. For he will not remember the days of his life because God keeps him occupied with joy in his heart. When we're focused on just what God's given us right now, we're going to enjoy those things so much more. And we're going to forget about worrying about tomorrow and wanting more and coveting and all those things that come with all of not being satisfied with what God's given us now. And we're going to look at the end of our life and be like, yeah, that was pretty great. And I don't remember a lot of the bad stuff because I was focused on the good that God has given me. And I have more focus on the future where God is going to come back and we're going to live in his perfect kingdom. And that's our ultimate joy, which we should be looking forward to. So there you go, guys. Ecclesiastes 5. We're back tomorrow with round 6. Have a great day.